Hello, hello. We've got another matchup from the Luigi's Mansion No Out of Bounds, any percent No Out of Bounds tournament. On the left we have Flauke. Timers are already going down. Flauke is the, I think, 8th seed in this tournament. It might be 9th, if I recall, 8th seed. And we have J-Man, who is the 16th seed. Both of them in the lower bracket now. So this match is an elimination match. My screen front and center so I can see what's happening. We're already in Area 1. I'm going to be solo commentating this, so if you've got questions, send them my way, and I will do my best to, field them as they come. Best of luck to both of these people. Hopefully I don't commentators curse them too bad. Flauke, definitely the favorite here, but this is Luigi's Mansion. Anything can and probably will happen. You know, if you cross your fingers hard enough, booze will leave the room. Grimly will be terrible. All that stuff. Starting at Area 1 here, they're going to be encountering normal ghosts. Pretty standard. Hidden Mansion, you do 10 damage, so you're going to suck them up extremely quickly. Most of the time save here is going to be positioning. J-Man a little bit to the side of the chest, but does not have a problem opening it. Chests sometimes do not want to open, so you want to be extra careful before you press the A button. Each runner is going to be standing in a good position to spawn the ghost, which is, i.e., Luigi's back to the area where the ghost is going to spawn, and they're going to be holding the Game Boy Horror usually, when they can, to prevent the ghost from scaring them when they spawn. If Luigi's looking through the Game Boy Horror, the ghosts don't spawn. Or they don't scare him as they spawn, which wastes time. Also, you're going to be seeing them prioritizing doubles, which is 2 or more ghosts at once. Both of them hitting both of the doubles in this room, moving on to a couple new ones. New type of ghost in this room, the garbage can ghost. Doesn't have a hitbox, actually. Doesn't hurt Luigi, so you can push him. Set up your own doubles in this room. See if J-Man can nail this first one. Excellent. Flauke getting a poison mushroom early. I didn't call that. We'll see how it, it stays in the right side of the room. No issue. Excellent doubles from both runners. Yes, J-Man, you'll see it a lot more later when text comes in. J-Man is playing on English. In Area 1, it's actually a little bit faster. But as soon as EGAD starts calling us to tell him, tell Luigi what to do, text will become more and more of a big deal. There's also a couple Japanese-specific glitches that J-Man will be unable to do later in the run. I'll point those out. Not too many of them, but they are impactful. Flauke moving on to the first portrait ghost of the run. This is Neville. He just decides to show his heart whenever. Most ghosts you have to hit him with a flashlight, but not portrait ghosts. So he decides to yawn, instantly starts sucking him up. Oh yeah. And if you'll direct your attention to the timer, you see our resident Splazer Games represented on both of them. The man, the myth, the legend. Blessing both of these runners, hopefully. This is one of the laggiest rooms in the game. You're going to want to keep your flashlight off in order to minimize it. It's trying to load 3 rooms at once here, actually. So as soon as you open that window, it gets bad. See Toad in the background, causing problems as usual. Now we're moving on to the area boss of Area 1. This is Chauncey. Chauncey is the namesake of probably the most infamous glitch in the game so far. The Chauncey 1 cycle recently found in the last few months, I believe. It's not a year old. First tournament we've had with it. Seen lots of runners go for the Chauncey 1 cycle, which requires a frame-perfect input. J-Man opting for the slower strategy of hitting Chauncey with the ball. Gotta get an extra text box. But here, Flauke going in first will be probably attempting it, unless the runners have agreed not to do it. I'd expect to see it. A lot of people have decided to not go for it together because it's not fair if one runner knows how to do it and instantly get 30 seconds or so above the other one. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing the classic 2-cycle if they did. So you'll want to time an R pump where you release and repress the R button with one of Chauncey's cries. Flauke not getting it, but going for it. See if J-Man attempts it. J-Man going for the fast 2 cycles, so not too much slower to get to miss the Chauncey 1 cycle and get the slow 2 cycle. But you'll see on J-Man's screen that he's going to have to deal with one less set of rocking horses. Flauke's going to get this one, but he's also going to get a pair of them here. That happens when Chauncey goes below 50 HP. Flauke pitches the ball perfectly. He had an amazing pull on the first phase of Chauncey. 10 HP there. J-Man did make up a little bit of ground there. 610 Chauncey for J-Man, pretty good. Going for the 2 cycle. I know my milestone is usually like if you get below 6 minutes on Chauncey, that feels like a good run. Before the Chauncey 1 cycle started becoming a big strategy. So this is the area cutscene. After every single area boss that we fight, EGAD's gonna take us back into the lab, show us all these paintings, see if we see my favorite one here. Yeah, no. Flauke didn't pick up any pearls, so it gets the bronze Neville portrait. Did J-Man bump into any portraits? No. Bronze for both of them. It's a time of self-reflection being in the lab. Get pumped for the next area. Area 2, one of the most hectic areas probably. There's a lot of stuff happening very quickly in this area. Probably not the hardest one, but as soon as you get the fire medallion, things ramp up pretty quickly. Lots of inputs. The game's going to get progressively harder, pretty much, throughout the game as it goes on. Another new type of ghost, the grabber ghosts, are introduced in this room. We like them because you can get grabbed intentionally and set up your own doubles. Both runners getting those. Then we'll move on to the ballroom next. Ballroom is going to introduce another new type of ghost, the Shy Guy Ghost. See if Flauke goes for the 6 piece here. He is. Ideally, you agitate all 6 of these guys. Extra bonk. Probably to keep that guy stationary. Oh, missed one. J-Man going for the doubles. The doubles are quite tricky, but 6 piece equally so, probably. Once you get to the point where they're all there. Now Flauke is going to try to get an early release. This is a totally skill trick. Obviously, he's good at the game. If he wasn't, he's going to have to wait 10 whole seconds. See if J-Man is on the ball here. Yes, both runners doing what I can't do. Good suck up from both of them. Flauke's going to try to do the poster skip here in the wall. Looks good to me. Nope. Saw the snap, but I don't think held on long enough. J-Man definitely got it there. It is kind of tricky to hear, so we'll see if the poster is still there when the wall moves back for Flauke. It is. So not gaining any time for either runner on the early release. Flauke's going to have to pull this poster. The J-Man's going to make up a little bit of ground here. And now we get our favorite RNG part of the game, the boos, introduced here. Set them free, and now they're going to be in basically every lit room in the game, including the ones we've already been in, so we're going to do a little bit of backtracking. The first one we see is going to be probably the most consequential in these first 5, because we have an opportunity to do a text skip. Every time EGAD calls you, puts the text box on the bottom of your screen, it wastes time. We don't want to see that. And in the first room, we conveniently have a cloth draped over the table, and in this game, in all versions actually, they never patched it. If you pull a cloth off the table, at the same time you suck up a boo, or just after, EGAD actually just doesn't call you. The game just thinks you didn't catch the boo anymore. Thinks you caught the cloth, and never triggers the cutscene. There's a lump under the table for Flauke, so that's a 50-50 shot. He got it. Let's see if he can get the boo. Excellent. Perfect RNG there. And the text skip. And that text box, when you catch that boo, is the longest one until, like, late game. It's special because it's the first one. Very important that you get that text skip. J-Man's setting it up. Oh, pulled it all the way off. The boo was in there, so no lost time there. So you're going to see a very long text box from J-Man. This is where English is going to hurt. Flauke getting pretty good RNG on all these boos. Boos can spawn in pretty much most of the furniture in the rooms. Not all of them, but the chance it spawns in specific furniture is different for every room, so the runners should know where the boo is more likely to be, and maybe like where furniture is more closely clustered in the room. You're probably going to go see them go there first. Flauke's going to skip this first boo. He's going to look at the radar. Doesn't look like it's in the chairs. We're going to get that boo on the way out, so it's more time efficient to do so. This boo can only be in the crates, so checking those crates every time. No boo double today. We have seen one in the tournament, and it didn't completely backfire, so horrible RNG in the ballroom, as is tradition for me. Walk this boo all the way to the door. Closer to the door means we can leave faster. See if J-Man gets lucky in the ballroom. This boo can waste a lot of time, especially if it moves. J-Man did get to spend more time in the parlor, so he might be on cycle to have it move. I think it did not move. Flauke can do a mirror warp here. If you scan any mirror in the game, you saw this in the wardrobe room 2. It warps you back to the parlor. This is important in a couple places. It's faster to do that than walk back down the hallway with that key. And it doesn't, like, save your game or anything, so depends on where you want to go. But in this case, it's faster. These are some grabber ghosts by another name. They have 20 HP instead of 10, like the last ones we saw. And they actually damage you, which doesn't really matter in this category, but makes you lose money, makes you low health. Sometimes game overs are a problem. J-Man running on English is actually going to be taking double damage compared to Flauke. Can make for a very harrowing experience later in the game when things start to hurt a lot. Game overs are definitely not out of the question if things go sideways. Flauke spawning that boo during the chess cutscene. Going to set up for the fire warp here. Beautifully done. Moving the boo to the left so that Luigi doesn't auto-lock onto the heart or the medallion early. Saving while that medallion is in your possession skips EGAD talking to you, but doesn't actually prevent you from collecting the medallion. So you can quit out with a button combination go get your fire ghost out here and not solve the puzzle in that other room. Not the worst thing to miss that, but if you miss the boo, it is pretty bad. Let's see if J-Man can manage. Boo causing a little bit of problems. This is scary. Alright. He can definitely still get the tech skip, or the warp. Oh, he didn't touch it. It actually vibrated when he got close to it with the vacuum. And moved slightly, but he never actually touched it, so we're gonna have to listen to Egad here. Again, not the worst thing to get the boo and then get this afterwards. Getting the medallion without the boo, though, would mean you'd have to come back. Flauke lit the candles in the hallway, which are held by the butler ghost. He's going to be walking down the hallway all the way towards this room, so we're going to try to clear it as fast as possible before he gets here. To make that even faster, Flauke is going to set up something with this hat. He's going to pull it close to the door. And then touch it right when that chest spawns. Doesn't get the skip because the hat flew right by him. Not sure what Luigi was thinking there. This is scary. Oh. Okay, we're fine. Flauke having to flash the butler so he stays a little bit longer there so he can open the mouse hole. The mouse hole is very important because Flauke is playing on Japanese. You want to open that ahead of finding this boo. Pearls can cause problems here. Think he's free. Pull the boo at the same time you go into the mouse hole. No soft lock. And Egad is not going to call us. You will not be seeing J-Man getting that because it is impossible on the English version. Flauke pre-lighting the mouse hole there so they can set up another one on the way. Almost got punched there, but pulling the bats off the ceiling so they took damage before the puncher actually hit him avoided getting knocked back in the hidden room there. Finds that boo very quickly. Oh, that boo left. Okay, so J-Man opting to go back into the hidden room, or into the hidden room for the first time, not chase that boo. Odds are that boo's going to go hide, so J-Man will actually have to find the boo later. Nice. Oh! I think that was the one in the middle. I'm not sure how that guy snuck through. J-Man, now the hidden room is going sideways. He's going to be taking a lot of damage here. I've been in this position before. English version can really bully you in the hidden room. 42 HP. Okay, back up to 62. He should be fine. Flauke talking to Melody, the piano ghost. She has one of two songs she's going to play for us. This is the good one, because it requires one less input. So J-Man knows there's a boo already in here because it escaped into here. It's going to find two separate ones? No, just one of the fake. I don't think you can actually spawn two at once in a room. Oh, he actually never got the hat. Didn't even catch that. Losing this boo can be bad. Let's see if, actually both boos that the runners are getting right now. No problem there, though. Both of those boos can escape out into the dark hallway, and you cannot catch boos in a dark hallway. I'm gonna load back up on fire. Flauke has enough. 3 bars is more than enough for what you want to do in the kitchen here. You do need fire going into the kitchen, because there is a ghost in there weak to it, and you cannot catch it unless you have the fire. So you shoot the fire before it spawns, it loses its immunity immediately, and then you can start sucking it up ASAP. think Flauke had a generous time with the boo in music room. Boo moved, can't be in the table, but Flauke is going to be pulling the cloth anyway to set up for tech skip here. Beautiful spawn to get this. Lots of cackles, that's almost bad news. No tech skip, but he doesn't lose the boo. This one would suck to come back to, so good heads up not going for it there. J-Man having to walk all the way around the room to get the boo. Still needs to get the key too. So we intentionally get attacked by Spooky there to spawn the skeleton ghost faster, because you need to catch the skeleton ghost in order to catch Spooky. Flauke destroying Spooky's health bar. Moving on to the graveyard. Almost done with area 2. Gonna set up a double here, the classic double. 1, 2 flashlights, and beautiful. Oh, J-Man got hit by the fridge there. Don't think that hurts too bad, but it's still 10 more health. One trick you probably didn't know is you don't want to hold any buttons going into Bogmire. Especially not a direction, because there's a frame in between the cutscenes where Luigi is able to move, and Luigi's position in this cutscene actually matters for where Bogmire is going to spawn. Don't touch anything, he's always going to be on the right here. Looks like a great pull from Flauke to start. Bogmire trying to get away. Neither of the runners going to water that plant for good luck. J-Man going to kick Spooky off a little more to the right. Should be fine. The bone spawns in the same place every time. Awesome. If Spooky gets too far away from that spot, he will have to go back for the bone, and his heart will delay showing up. The hitbox on this doghouse is actually massive, by the way. You can scan it from pretty much anywhere, as long as you're close to it and hit it. Nice. That skeleton wanted to go to the right. The rightmost skeleton tried to move to the right first for J-Man, but patient waiting. Comes back and he gets the double. Every time you get a double, you do get hearts, but yeah, J-Man, low health. Could be scary. Spooky does do double damage, everything does. And you intentionally get hit by Spooky, so... Didn't catch how much he had. Bogmire can drag you, but he can also drag you straight into the shadows here, so... If both of those things happen, he could get really, really hurt here. Beautiful Bogmire movement. Going straight up. Nice clutch. Ideally, you want him to go down right. Straight into the wall. Like most ghosts. You want them to not move around as much, and when Bogmire goes into the wall, he doesn't wiggle. Less wiggling, easier angle to pull. Overall, great Bogmire. Start of Area 3 is pretty tame. Not too much happening. Gotta go into the well to trigger this cutscene, because this ghost has a key and he only spawns after the cutscene. Because there's not too much variance in this part, it will be important for a boo movement later on. Gotta get this letter. You noticed the runner's getting the hat earlier in the laundry room. That letter is part of another similar type of item. There's 5 of Mario's items. They all belong to Mario, and we need all of them in this area before we can get out. So if you're going to see a lot of detours here, it's actually not a detour, it's required. That key is also very important later, that Flauke just picked up. Shoot a water ball through the floor to extinguish this flaming door before you get there. And now we actually get to play Area 3. Flauke's setting up a tech skip here by pulling that tablecloth. Catch that guy off the ceiling. Don't fall off the table like me. And now if you listen carefully... You'll hear that boo movement there. During EGAD's talk, Flauke, yep, knows it's on the right. Checked it before he, on the left. He checked it before the medallion fell to the floor, to the table. Not gonna get the tech skip though. Horrible spawn for getting the tech skip, but doesn't have to walk all the way across the room. RNG giveth and RNG taketh away. That boo is guaranteed to move if you have solid movement throughout the earlier portion of Area 3. Not finding the boo before picking up the medallion, knew he was going to move. Petunia goes down without a fight. This key is important for getting another Mario item later. And this is actually one of the most branchy paths of the game. There's a lot of optional stuff that you can start doing in Area 3, but there's also a lot of required stuff that you can do in parallel. So Nana's room here is going to give us another key, so we need to fight her as well. Nice yarn balls. Gonna pull Nana into the center of the room to check this table and also be closer to the stuff on the right side. The boo is pretty commonly on the right side, but you know, this is Luigi's mansion, we can't have anything nice. I heard a double cackle in there. I'm gonna try to pull this boo towards the door while getting the key. Beautiful. J-Man moving into the tea room. Saw the flash of the radar there. Not sure where the boo went. Flauke picking up fire for the next room. It is required. See if J-Man can find the boo. Good spawn, I think. Yeah. Gotta get that ice anyway. Did not set up for the tech skip, so he's just gonna try to get this boo and leave. Astral Hall can be pretty merciless with its doubles. They're not easy. Flauke got the first one because his angle lighting the candles was good. Flauke gonna try to catch all 3 of these at once. Beautiful. See if Petunia causes problems for J-Man. Not today. Petunia does have a knack for surprising runners, breaking off early. Couple double cackles on that boo from Flauke, but it's only 100 HP, not that big of a deal. Every time the boo makes a cackle, it gets a step closer to leaving the room. You get 15 of those before the boo just decides to leave immediately. On the early game boos, that doesn't matter near as much, but on the late game ones, when they start to get 150 or even 200 health, one double cackle can mean a missed boo. Very important for the Area 4 boos. It's gonna want to pick up that key. Damaged the boo, it might fly away. Okay, came back in the room. Headed straight down, but decided better. Nice. Losing Nanaboo can also be really brutal, because it can go further down into the anteroom, where we'd never want to go again. Flauke got through Moonshot, no problem. Picked up Mario's star. We now have 3 of the 5 Mario items. Gonna go get the last 2 with the 2 keys we just got up here. That's why we come up here first. So we need to unlock the projector room and the twins room. J-Man getting punched off of that double. I think he might have spawned it late. Tried to wait for the orange ghost to get in position. Again, watch his health. Definitely would not fault him for getting a heart pickup or 2, especially in Chauncey's room, because there's a guaranteed large one in there. Again, getting doubles does give you a heart every time, so... The blessing of knowing the speedrun does make a lot of these rooms a little less scary from a staying alive point of view. Oh, that boo is out of the room and in the hallway for J-Man. He ideally wants this to go upper left. I think it went up into Nana's room. He's gonna opt not to go catch it right now. I think it may be able to go to the tea room. Not sure. Ever seen it do that? That glove. Okay, whoa. Flauke gonna have a hard time. Okay. Gets the tech skip. Or not the tech skip, the save warp. Touching that glove, similar to the fire medallion, while you're catching the boo allows you to hold it while the gad's telling you to save. If you don't touch the glove, you have to walk back in the other room to do a mirror warp, slightly slower. And now we're on to the RNG hallway. Let's see where the boos are, and let's see what EGAD has to say. Not a good spawn for Flauke in Neville's room, actually the worst one, and it moved. So it was in the lamp, and then it went back into the table where he'd already checked. Nice pickup on the star from J-Man. We're entering in the twins room where my personal best sound of the game can be found. Good spin on the mobile on the roof, on the ceiling there. J-Man's still looking for that boo. I don't think it's in here. Again, pretty sure it went into Nana's room, but it could be in the tea room unless I'm wrong. I think he's just gotta go back for it later. Flauke picked up fire in Neville's room. Save warping eliminates your element, but he got more, which allows you to do some vacuum cancels when entering dark rooms, but also allows you to find the twins easily because using fire on the boxes makes them rumble. Not going for the 2 cycle here. Orville being a little difficult. Very good suck-ups. Boo moved, but there's not many places for it to move to, so I think that was both of the spots. This guy's out of the hallway, I think. Nope, he's gonna stay. Alright. And gets the shoe close to the door. Beautiful. J-Man gonna get a lot of health from this triple. Sigh of relief there. Good find for Flauke in the table and chairs down there. Not too punished, and we got the boo ball up close. J-Man going to be making a trip to the billiards room to scan the mirror here. Didn't open the chest before he caught the boo. Not too big of a deal to miss that. Flauke getting another tech skip there, catching that boo and sucking up the cloth on the bed. Oh yeah, health problems. English is brutal. PAL is harder, but English is not easy. Especially when you're doing speedrun strats to get intentionally hit. I feel the pain. And unless the boost spawns in Chauncey's dresser on the right, we're going to have a guaranteed 50 health spawn. J-Man can get that if he's feeling a little scared. Flauke into the button mashing section of the game. This is Clairvoya. She's telling us all about Mario's items we got. The shoe and the glove we just picked up. We have all 5, and you have to advance through all of her dialogue. So she can tell us a whole bunch of nothing. She's not actually very helpful. But she gives us a key, which is very helpful. J-Man moving on to the twins' room. Still down a boo, I think. Henry can just mow you over. Okay, that's a pretty good spawn for Henry, though. The couple locations where his truck is really close to the wall. No dive bomb, no actually getting hit by the bomb. Good twins room so far. Flauke having problems in Clairvoya's room spawning that boo. I think it might have the chance to move, not today. I think he got all the pearls too. This boo's kind of mean. If the pearls convince Luigi to look in another direction, that boo can go to the right in the mirror room, which really hurts. Again, a room you don't want to go back into ever. It's not a boo in there at all. J-Man not going to get that health pickup because the boo was in there. He could go back for it. 50 HP, I think, is okay for the rest of Area 3. Another boo ball close up. It's vibrating off the table. J-Man gonna set up tech skip in here. This one's pretty guaranteed. Nothing like that RNG can do to you to prevent this, because you don't have to pull the cloth off the bed to actually get the setup. Good job. J-Man pulled his cloth a little farther off than Flauke, so he had to wait a little bit before pulling it off. Otherwise it would happen before the boo catch and not give him the tech skip. Flauke picked up ice in the tea room before coming up here to the safari room. Clairvoya's key opens this room, but you do need ice. Did not spawn Twirler. Going for a double there. Oh, so close. Nice thinking on your feet to push the guy. And a spawn. That mushroom has a tendency to go in the back right corner. No problem there. Ice shots into the ceiling can happen when you click the shoulder button while in a cutscene like that. Flauke gets a bad text there. Haven't been monitoring the texts that they get off the boos very much. But starting, I think, when you enter the Area 1 hallway again to catch the boos in Neville's room and so on and so forth, you have 15 boos going into that area, which means that EI can start calling you and telling you about all sorts of things that take forever. Like Van Gogh. And water, and plants, and elements. All kinds of things that we never want to see, ideally. Another thing we don't want to see is a bad Boolossus. Boolossus is one of the most RNG boss ghosts, I think. King Boo is up there too. But there are 15 individual Boolossus boos. Our counter is going to go up accordingly after we finish this boss. Flauke going to the left. I have not seen anyone go to the left. And I can't tell you why. I have no idea why nobody goes to the left, but I think it's straightforward the same way. Shoot that ice ball, clean up a... oh, almost perfect. Got all 15 before, or 14. I can't talk today. Got all the boos before they started moving fast at the end. Excellent ice ball. They call me Miss 3. At the end of the spread. And Flauke is out of Area 3. J-Man normally would have 20 boos leaving this room. But he still needs to go catch Nana's boo. I'm not sure if he's going to go up and check Nana's room now. Because again, it could be in several places. Could also opt to just go revisit that room later. Not sure if it's faster to get any other boo. Nope, going straight upstairs. We'll have to see what he does later. Nice, didn't get scared by that twirler. Did damage the twirler. Sometimes you can't avoid that. Ideally you hit them with the ice before they're done showing up, so they go straight into being vulnerable. Cannot catch ghosts while they're being damaged by ice or any other element. Good push and good double there. Nice setup. And this guy spawns immediately. Nice. Excellent Safari room. Looks like the boo... I think it might have moved right back into the center. This banana peel could cause problems. I think it might be gone by this point. This guy getting close to the wall? No. If boos get too high in a room, they have a tendency to double cackle too close to the ceiling. You want to keep them low. And that's going to be very important for what Flauke's going to be doing soon. Entering Area 4, I think every single boo in here is going to be at least 150 HP. Flauke needs 4. Maybe not all of them. I think the cellar boo is 100 HP. So one missed double cackle could be losing the boo. But before we get to the boos, we have our favorite part of the game, which is walking. Area 4 is when the walking really becomes apparent. There's up and down, into the basement, onto the 3rd floor, into the basement again, onto the 3rd floor again, and back and forth. Flauke making his first trip up to trigger the blackout. As J-Man goes for Colossus. See what kind of spread he gets on the Colossus ghosts. Flauke's going to be going for Grimly here. Grimly is arbitrary. Like, whenever he shows his heart, you just gotta wait. Flauke had a really good shot, actually. He needs to suck him up. Bank all of those. I think they're... oh, one got away. That's a really good catch, though. Nice. One cycle. Grimly being a troll. Just a little bit. That last boo almost got up, but had already caught the other 14, so that's not too big of a deal. You ideally don't want to have 2 at the end, 2 or more. One lone dude isn't that big of a deal. Flauke getting Grimly's key and heading downstairs for the breaker boo. Not sure if J-Man's going to go for that. Breaker boo is one of the hardest strats in the game. A lump under the cloth, but I believe that is guaranteed to move, unless Grimly is absolutely terrible. Well, he goes straight for the lump. Okay. So 200 HP Boo, normally only have 15 cackles, can't catch this guy in one cycle, but with this trick, you can space your R pumps out a little more. So close. Got a double cackle on the way in to the left wall, and then once on the left wall. I think he's left with 12 HP. But all is not lost. There's always the chance to be blessed. And have that Boo go right back into the breaker room. Clear this room fast enough, you get right back in the hallway. The perfect time. I think there's only a 10% chance of this Boo moving back in. J-Man looking for this Boo. Finally finds the one he was missing. Flauke did not get blessed. The Boo moved into the pipe room. It's up to him whether he clears that later or not in order to get the Boo again. 12 HP. I personally would. But if you don't pull that Boo on the first try, then it can start to feel like you made a mistake. Boo lost this, yeah, went down easy to both runners. Definitely the strat I encourage, like, casual runners, or if you just want to play the game. If you're trying to learn the speedrun, or hey, I just want to learn this, like, play this game once through. Learning how to catch Boos, R-pumping, and learning how to beat Boo losses infinitely improves the game. Aside from just knowing where to go. Because Boo losses is definitely one of the most frustrating parts of Luigi's Mansion, I think, for people who don't know the strat. Feels like you can't do anything. J-Man going to be moving into Grimly, so a lot of walking heading up, coming up for him. Flauke moving into the clockwork room. We'll see if we get a double. There's 3 clockwork soldiers, and they're all the same boss, technically. But they have individual health bars. This is another one of the hardest ghosts for casual players, this plagued, like, young me. Get this green guy real close. Convince him to lose his crank on the back. Pretty good movement for both of these guys. I think he's got this in the bag, yeah. Beautiful double. Honestly inspires me to try to go for it, see people get that double. Now we're rooting for Grimly here on J-Man's side. Nice. Going for 6-piece here. For Flauke, gets stabbed. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Now you have iframes. Oh! 2 guys went away, actually. Clean up the double. Ideally want to reload on fire here. I think he's going to get the chance. These guys are going to be staggered. There we go. Fix that. Clean up that double too. Not too much happening on Rooftop, but there's actually a lot happening on Rooftop. This is a very unassuming part of the game. That room is not easy. See if J-Man opts to try the breaker Boo or just goes straight out the door. All we need is the key, if not the Boo. Straight out the door. For a race setting, that's not, like, an objectionable thing. Breaker Boo does waste a lot of time if you don't get it. Because you feel like you need to invest time into getting it if you miss it. And that can waste more time. The alternative to that Boo is the artist room Boo on the 3rd floor in Van Gore's room. And that is a tried and true Boo that kind of has no surprises to it. Flauke going for the tried and true triple in this room. cleaning up every other ghost in the room and setting up these three with fire. Had a little low fire going into this room because he didn't reload on the ceiling. Manages to squeak out the triple there. In some categories, that managing your fire is a lot harder. You have to do a room in between. Took a little while to find this armory room, Boo. You do not want to get a double cackle, so Flauke turning his back to that heart. Beautiful suck up. He does not want to save quit if he wants the breaker Boo here. Deciding to warp out, so he's gonna go for the breaker Boo. Save warping, saving and quitting in this game resets all the Boo's positions as well as their HP values. And if you've already lost breaker Boo once, you want to keep the damage you've done. Gotta use the mirror. Also get to keep your fire, so he's gonna be able to do a vacuum cancel in the foyer there, as well as in the hallway over here, I think. Opts not to shoot the fireball in here. Pulling out your vacuum with an element is faster than just trying to pull it out normally. Not too big of a deal, but over the course of the game, it's a lot of doors you open, it's a lot of time to save. Gotta clear this room, gotta spawn the ghosts. This room is annoying. Get a hug. These guys don't stay on because they try to damage you, but if you keep the white grabber ghost alive, he will just hold on to you. And then going for the singles here. I think he didn't miss the green guy. Nope. Green guy's coming back, so either he didn't move over. I think he just didn't move over. Flauke spawning the 300 HP Pipe Room Boo, which is the slowest Boo in the game, so he is going to meander his way out. Gotta wait a second. Nope, too early. Spawn that guy. Cannot spawn two Boos in the same room, but it takes a while after the first one leaves. Like 2 full seconds or something, so... Did find the guy, and then he immediately moved. Got his breaker Boo. Say goodbye to this guy, and out the door. Pipe Room Boo is its own struggle that thankfully I don't think anybody needs to do in this category. Having the Artist Room Boo as a backup is nice. Because Pipe Room Boo is tough games, I think. Weston here has a pretty hard pull because of the ice floor. Flauke gets him out of here. Cleaning up the floor of the pearls for later, because the Boo does not need to be disturbed. Luigi does not need to be disturbed while he's catching this Boo. Hopefully those two in the corner don't cause problems. Lowers the Boo so it's not so high. Pumping a little fast at the start here, but this room's pretty big, so it probably won't matter. Gonna start running at 5. No problem. So Flauke now has 40 Boos. That is all you need in this category. So he is basically, if you're familiar with randomizers, he's in go mode. He is going to go fight Van Gore. J-Man running out of fire right as he's getting that triple there. Almost sets it up. Still almost gets it. He's going to have iframes for this punch. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful backup there. That was impressive. Caught the purple puncher at the exact moment that the slam came out from the twirler and evades all the damage in the knockback. I want to turn your back to this guy so that he charges. Not going to charge. He's out the door, or out the whole mansion actually. I think he's going to leave. So we might see musical rooms with this Boo. Oh, that's a bad spot for him to go. Okay, really want this Boo to go down. Good move. 50 HP, you should be able to get that in this room. It is tough through the armors, but he pulls the boo in close. This should be fine. J-Man not going for breaker boo so he can save quit out of this room. Flauke is on to Van Gore. These triples can be very fast or very slow. All the paintings here spawn 3 sets of ghosts. A set of 3 ghosts. Not getting every triple wastes a surprising amount of time, so it is worth it to set all of them up. Flauke going for the fast setups where you get really close and just barely turn into them when they're all in a line. Alternatively, you can stand slightly below or away from them and have them clump up manually. Catching them from the left also gives you a more favorable pull because they all try to move the same direction. Awesome triples. Almost no issues there. And these guys are actually more efficient to hit with the fire. Because they have 0 HP already, they just immediately die. Van Gore doesn't put up much of a fight himself. Drops this important key. Which unlocks King Boo's room at the end of the game. You can't save quit out of here without catching the boo, so you gotta walk all the way over here and mirror warp. Flauke is on to the end of the game. J-Man gets out of pipe room, not having to to light that room up. So he just gets the key and leaves onto Weston. Good movement from Weston, actually, but still. Ice physics can just be brutal. I think no pearls fell in the campfire, which is good. Just got that one now to deal with. I want to get the key first, because in J-Man's case, he's going to want to save quit. I believe Flauke also did that. Going to the cellar again is very slow, so you want to catch this boo in one cycle ideally, and then save quit immediately after. Don't think we've had a double cackle yet. Yeah, oh, right at the end, I think. Almost a one cycle from J-Man. That boo is hard. I think it started a little high too. It has a tendency to do that. This room's not lit up, so we're gonna need him to go back down, thank you. We'll see a save quit, and J-Man will catch the Van Gore boo. Flauke entering King Boo around 57. 30, I think? Wasn't paying attention to the timer. King Boo, if you do the 2 cycle, takes about 2 minutes. If anybody who knows the times better can estimate what Flauke's gonna get. I'm not gonna call my shot here because the commentators curse. But we can see one of 2 strats here, probably the 1 cycle or the 2 cycle. And then remembering his fire on the way up to Van Gore. Really want that so you can fight those ceiling surprises later at the end. So as far as I see, Flauke is going to go for a 2 cycle here. Some R pumps in at the end. 253 is a great number. King Boo is kind of like a boo. You can get extra damage in by doing R pumps, just like every other boo. About 250. Starting off much better here. As long as King Boo keeps taking damage, this should be a 2 cycle. Dodges that last ice ball, and beautiful. Flauke with a time of 59:18. Sub-hour is really good. especially in a tournament. Excellent work. Let's swap the audio over to J-Man. Listen to him doing Vanguard here, setting up the fast triples. Let's see if I can get Flauke in here for some commentary as well. Watch J-Man close out his run. Almost getting all the triples. Safe. Burn that guy so you have more time. Don't trip on any banana peels. J-Man looking really good in this run, actually. He still does need to catch the artist room boo. Nara's still waiting. Flux invite. I can send it manually, but somebody's already on that. J-Man's going to tackle the artist room boo. Beautiful position here. Welcome, Flauke.
Hello.
Good run. Like anything sub-hour is always feel good.
Yeah, I'm happy I got the sub one. Little bums. Breaker boo. Cost me a lot more time than it probably should have.
Yeah, I think you would have had it with just the one double cackle.
Yeah.
Like that second one was just a nail in the coffin.
The start was like weird, so like I had a weird start, and then I got in the groove, and then I just one miss input and double cackles. But that's how she goes.
Yep. J-Man getting a 3 cycle just barely on that R-Stream boo. It was honestly really beautiful. He's on a really good pace, by the way. I think he's on pace to be really close to his PB.
I don't even remember what his PB is.
I think he was comparing against a 104 earlier, so this is, with a 2 cycle, pretty competitive.
Hopefully you can make that 2 cycle happen.
Yeah, we had a mishap in the Astral Hall for J-Man. Boo got away. Oh, is it a 102? Alright.
I don't even remember J-Man's PB. J-Man, like, used to run like 2 years ago. Came back for the tourney. J-Man's got a 102.50.
Okay, cool.
But I think his, before the run, he told me his goal was sub 105, and that's possible.
Yeah, you got a beautiful 2 cycle in the King Boo. Great 1 cycle on Weston Boo, Weston himself. All the triples in Vanguard, like really good area 3, or sorry, area 4. Just
Yeah,
Breaker Boo.
Honestly, all of it, yeah, it was all really good. If I 1 cycled Breaker Boo, I wouldn't have gone for the Boston burn, and if that didn't happen, I think I would have had one of the best area 4s of my life. Besides the RNG on whatchamacallit Boo.
Yeah, the armory room Boo was a little mean. It's always weird watching people do area 4 because, like, when I run it, it feels horrible. It always feels bad, and then you finally get the one in your lifetime, and it feels good. But watching other people, it's like, yeah, this is honestly really good. And but I don't know if it feels that way for you. Obviously, this one felt good.
I almost never get good area 4s. I spent 9 months choking 57 into area 4, so to actually get a good one is surprising, especially in tournament.
I think I was one of the only people to get Breaker Boo 1 cycle in tournament. I was very happy about that.
Yeah.
Even if everything else went sideways.
I'll get a next tournament match.
258. Definitely doable. He's pumping on time. This should be good. Oh yeah. Nice 2-cycle. Got his goal.
You would love to see it.
Yes, dude!
I think that was bleed over from the...
Yeah, he unmuted because he's probably like
Yeah.
super pissed about it. Yes, dude!
J-Man on the way.
Yeah, he's in there.
Welcome.
Howdy, J-Man.
Excellent. Beat your gold time, I heard.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, I golded King Boo on that last split. I golded with a 3-cycle Van Gore Boo, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, it was
Dang,
almost
man.
a 2-cycle too. That was nuts.
Yeah,
Mega
I know,
clean.
9 HP.
Mm-hmm.
I know, because if
Yeah,
I
really
got
good
that, it would have been a
triples,
sub 4.
That was honestly a really good run. Just Astral Hall Boo
Oh,
got away, and that run would
Unreal.
have been really, really solid without that.
yeah, it's kind of been, both of these tournaments were cursed in Astral Hall, because my last race I missed Moonshot, so this one, Astral Hall Boo got me in.
Astral Hall's hard.
Yeah, it can be quite annoying. But I don't know. My goal for this run was to get a 104, and I got a 104, so I'm gonna walk away with my head held high. Flauke, what an amazing run by you. Congrats, man, on the victory.
Thank you. There were some rough patches in my run too, but I can't be too mad. I'm really happy I got sub 1.
Yeah. I mean, as someone who's still never hit it, I mean, that in itself is an achievement anytime you can do it. So yeah,
I'm still
totally
just-
getting the sub 1.
The collateral damage of that breaker boo was like just like rough ballparking, like maybe 50 seconds lost just to that breaker boo.
But it's okay.
Yeah. Cause like I almost saved warp out of armory.
I saw you contemplating it. It was
I
like a little
saved
bit of
and I
delay.
actually like
You
how
saved
I
it didn't warp.
well how I always whatchamacallit, when I do my save warps, I actually do the manual, like I do the soft reset from my controller.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I used to just hit the reset button, but then on my best pace ever, instead of hitting the reset button on Weston, I turned my Wii off.
Oh,
I
no.
think I remember this story. Yeah. Oh my god.
It was like 57 3x in the height of my 57 grind, and I was like, I will never do that again. I am never. But in this situation, it helped too, because I went to go soft reset, but I wasn't holding X very well, so I didn't reset. And then I just like in the back of my head, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have breaker boo. I gotta go get that.
Yeah.
So then I
Totally.
managed to not save
Worked
warp.
out for you. Sweet. That's good to know.
And then then in pipe room I spawned pipe boo, and what do? The first thing I do is freeze the boo so it stays there for like an extra 10 seconds.
Yeah, every
Oh
time
my
somebody
God.
does that, it feels like they don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to get him out of there either. Like, if it happens to me, I don't know what to do. I've seen people spam so that he cackles a billion times.
Yeah.
Some people just look at him.
What I normally do is I just wait. I don't get the key until after I spawn the boo.
Yeah.
It's like I don't open the chest or anything. But in this case, I'm like, you know what? Screw it, I'll just do it. And of course, this was the time where I shouldn't have.
It works like that. I don't know. Yeah. These runs always can be a toss up. I had like a bunch of really random stuff that happened, like what am I saying? In secret room, hidden room. I forget. Whatever. I didn't I had like the perfect quad like set up, and for some reason one of the ghosts didn't get fired. So then they punched me, and then like the whole room went to like,
Oh, was that what
chaotic
happened?
after
That's
that.
rough.
Yeah.
Because I
is
saw
that
that
one
guy
of the boosts?
sneak through, but I thought that
Mhm.
was the low HP guy. I thought you just didn't flash him.
Yeah, I don't know who didn't. Maybe I flashed the flashlight too early and never got the last chest. I don't know, but so like that was another one where I was just like, oh my gosh, Area
That's
2
right.
was a rough one for me.
I had fourth try mouse hole scan. Took me 4 times to scan that hole properly.
During
Yeah,
the
you
butler
were
cycle?
scaring me.
No,
You were
no.
scaring me with
Oh,
the
okay,
butler
okay. After
cycle.
that.
The butler
Oh my
cycle,
gosh,
I
yeah,
was
my
like,
butler cycle
well,
was. Yeah, well, I'd missed fire warp. That was the first big thing that went wrong. Is I got the boo, but then wasn't able to get back to the fire, so it messed up the butler timing, and it was coming through way too quick. And yeah, so I had to skip getting Mario's hat, and then just do like the door animation skip, just so I could get him in time. But then I lost Butler Boo into laundry room, and then I messed up hidden room, and then I had to go get 2 boos and Mario's cap in laundry room. Yeah, that part was just a total mess.
yeah. I didn't have anything like that. Though
So it's
I had the opportunity to go for every single text skip that you can possibly go for, except for like one technically,
The breaker boo was in the
and I missed
table.
like half of them. Oh, then 2. I missed 2 of them.
And then, yeah,
I had so
the
many
tea
good
room
opportunities
spawn.
that the boos just were not cooperating with.
Yeah,
yeah.
the tea room spawn was mean.
Yeah, tea room was mean. I had too many cackles on kitchen. I couldn't drag laundry boo close enough.
That sucks. That sucks, like being so close, not being able to close.
Well, it just sucks. You set up the thing. The tea room, it doesn't matter nearly as much, but for kitchen boo, it's like you set up the text skip.
Yeah, right. You set it up, and then you're like,
Then to not get it, I'm like, oh, God, this.
yeah.
Just the run's fine, but like I'm just salty.
Of course. Annoying.
Yeah, y'all were pretty close, like all the way through the boo split. You both got
Yeah.
early release, and the poster skip that you didn't get Flauke, like J-Man caught up, and it was pretty darn close. But the text skip in the parlor, I don't think he had a chance to go for it.
Yeah, no, because the boo was in the tablecloth for me. So
I had decoy
once that
tablecloth
happened,
boo
then I was
bottom right.
Yeah, I know. I'd looked over onto the stream and I saw that, and I was like, let's go, money. Getting the bottom right into the text skip. It was beautiful. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. These are races. It's what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm glad my race today didn't go nearly as bad as my one against Hopeless.
Is you had missed Butler cycle, right? Is that what happened?
That's why I was
I
scared.
missed Butler cycle and reset the run.
Yeah, well, because I remember you forfeit. Yeah, but I couldn't remember what the reason was. But yeah,
those were darker times.
Yeah, your next matchup is against Bliss.
Oh yeah, that'll be a really good one.
That should be a fun one.
7th seed versus 8th seed.
Yeah, super close.
I love that in my first 3 matches, I face the 9th seed, and then it goes to 16th, and then I go back up to 7.
The 7th seed.
I'm facing really high seeds just because of how the tournament.
Yeah.
This tournament is the most competitive tournament I have ever seen.
It's small too. Like I went up against 4 and then 5. I didn't actually get to go against 4, but yeah,
it's like
the sheer difference between like how good I am compared to other people, and it's just like there's so many good people in this tournament.
Yeah, it's like it's majority like sub-hour top high echelon players. So
yeah, I think there's only like 3 people in the tournament who don't have under an hour.
Yeah, because like think about it, like I think you're like on the leaderboard you're like 16th total, and you're like 8th seed in the tournament. So that means like the majority of the people in this tournament of the 17 are all like 57s and under.
That's actually true. Well, I'm the last 57, so everyone below me has 56 or 55 or 54.
So that means half, low 57, 56 and on. So yeah, super high caliber tournament.
And that's the nature of it. Sometimes you get not as many people show up. Usually only the big hitters do if there's not a lot of people.
Yep.
But I'm excited for my match against Bliss. I think that one.
Yeah,
should be,
I'm excited to watch. I'm excited to tune in.
I'll need to sweat on that one quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely gotta get ready for a good match.
We got 2 more matches left in this round. We got JJ versus Blue Hits and Gary versus Afroman, which got delayed.
Oh yeah, because Afroman's like power went out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh,
I hope he's doing good. I wanted to commentate that run today, but hopefully it gets done as soon as he gets a chance to like settle down again.
Totally. Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, see you guys. Good luck in the rest of the tournament, Flauke.
Last words.
J-Man's the real winner.
I won because I got 104.43. I golded on a split.
Yeah, you
That
got a
makes me the
gold.
winner.
I didn't.
Yep.
All right, GG's to both of you.
Appreciate
GG.
it.
Thank you for commentary.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you so
everybody for
much.
watching too.
Thank you guys. Be sure to check out SpeedGaming and all their other stuff.
Yeah.
More
SpeedGaming's always
Luigi
running
in the
cool
future
stuff.
too.
Yeah. All right. Out.
Bye.
Au revoir.